We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Well, this defense for the Commanders is terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, here's Barkley again. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. Of course, remember last week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
On third and short to give to the tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Commanders territory now, it's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Darius Slayton, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass. And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Reagor, 52 yards. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue. I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw here. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Howe will throw it. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
That's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Howe throwing on 3rd down here. Open right side, complete to Rager. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 22 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown, Giants. Paris Campbell, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to move back in front. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be. And he fires one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They begin with a run by Barkley. Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there. A handoff, Barkley running left. Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. of the gun. They'll look to throw. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they'll work this down inside the 30. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that. But I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Faking the handoff, Howell. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. 2-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second and 4. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Powell throwing on 1st down here. This pass hauled in by Dotson. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they're knocking on the door now. As a good run there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 112 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it 2nd down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight 1st down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
To throw again on 2nd down. Powell got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Raheem Mostert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. taken at about the 1. Ashton Doolin now to return. And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And he takes it all the way, but there is laundry on the field. A flag is down, and I think this one's coming back.
I agree.
When the holding penalty sets him back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. They go play action here on first down. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Parker, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
First down, Howell to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown! A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Short throw going to be caught by Waller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Running left, it's Barkley. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll run it again with Barkley. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're going to look to throw. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On fourth down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal.
Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Gano's kick is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say, we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A run with Mostert up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time of what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Al down to throw it. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's 2nd and 8. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
The Commanders will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. A 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their own 43. Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
On 2nd down, Mostert. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning.
They'll set up to throw.
Quick slant into the hands of Darren Waller.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They'll run with Barkley. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now back to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Mostert. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So for Washington,
they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-1. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.